Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews, where today I am bringing you a 3-game special. So it's a little bit because I don't really have much to say about any of these 3 games. So yeah, we'll do a setup quickly and then I'll talk about it. And just like in 5 games I've played, we'll start off with the worst. Kokoro, Adventures of the Kodama. Alright, let's do this, the quickest setup and overview we've ever seen on my channel. Alright. Just check it's the correct cards with these cards, and then each person, just do 2-player setup, takes the blue side and the blue side, and a dry erase marker. Bam. Then you give the sanctuary cards a quick shuffle. These other cards will also get a quick shuffle. Bam. We'll start by flipping over a sanctuary card. Now the game is a go and it is C, and then it's up here, and C will be the sanctuary that's scored by the end of the round. Alright, so flip over the card, it shows a branch and it says number 5, and you can see on your card down here, here's number 5. It is a straight line turning this way. You have to make it this way. See number 6 here, goes up and is sideways. There's basically fun for everything. And you can place that wherever you want to. I'm just going to place it right through the sanctuary. You might see that this is a golden background. This is also a golden background. Hold on, let me get one that's not a holy shit, this is terribly. Okay, this one is not a golden background. It says number 3. And that means that when you have 4 golden backgrounds, the round is over. Now let's just quickly play this round out here. 2 times 3. And then we have a 2. It's absolutely horrendous. And then of course another 2, which I will just add here. Alright, now the round is over and you score the sanctuary. You basically just count up how many items you have in the sanctuary, and I only have 2 for this one. So that is 2. Then you'll reshuffle these cards, reveal the next sanctuary, which this time is D. Just write it in here. And now D has to be scored with 1 or more than the previous. 1 more than the previous one. So D would have to have 3. If you fail to get more, you would get 0, which is -5 at the end of the game. Then at the end of the game, you have a bonus from the lady. How many worms you have connected to her, and the lion, how many flowers you have connected there. Then you have the total here, and then all the zeros you have is a -5. So that's, you know, if you had 1, it's -5, 2, -10, and you have your total. Highest total wins. Fastest overview ever. So as I sit here, I realize at no point during the setups do I say and back to the table or back to the freaking games or whatever. I just go yeah, because I just did it quickly. Anyways, Kokoro, Avenue of the Kodamas. So gameplay is just really uninteresting. I mean, the only point when it's interesting is when you have flipped over 3 gold cards and you're just waiting for the 4th one, hoping to get the best possible ones. Somehow flipping all these cards to get it, I feel like it's worse than rolling dice, but it's still not as bad because you do know that they are going to come. But it's so much luck, and then you place it in and then you hope for the best, and it's just kind of boring. There are 2 modules in it. I didn't even want to read up on the rules because it's just not an interesting, it's boring gameplay. The concept is good enough, you know, you score these sanctuaries and you switch around, you gotta score more points, and then you have some endgame scoring. It's interesting enough. I just don't think it's very well executed. The theme, I have no fucking clue what this theme is whatsoever. I can't tell you. Kokoro, I don't know if this is based on something, it's Japanese nature or something. Anyways, I don't feel like the cover here tells you on the board, so like theme doesn't come through all the way or even tells me what the hell it is. Components is fine, the cards are fine or whatever, the dry erase markers are good enough. The dry erase boards, they're a little bit bent. And I don't know if that's, I bought this one used, so I don't know if it's because of it taking damage or they're just that poor quality. But components overall, they're fine. It says it's about 15 minutes, 14 and up, 1 to 8 players. Well, there is 8 different boards and stuff, so I guess Maybe that would make it a little bit more interesting. I can't see it being much better at higher player counts. I would say play this 4 or 5, perhaps as a little party game. 50 minutes, I mean, yeah, just flipping cards. The longest time is probably the math, counting everything up. So yeah, and 14 and up, you can go lower than that. Honestly, this is the one where you can go really low. I think maybe that's based on the articles in it, but I think you can go quite a lot lower than that. Like it doesn't need to that much ability. So my score for Kokoro Avenue to Da Kodama is going to be a 3 out of 10. It is boring, it's uninteresting, I'm not really keeping up with it, but there is sort of like an idea there, and I can see that idea, and that's keep it gets something. Let's kind of keep the score up. So we are not keeping this one. I say we, this is actually something my girlfriend bought. She agrees this is a bad game, we're gonna sell it. Alright, my next favorite, or next hated one, Piña Pirata. Alright, Piña Pirata, even faster setup time because it's so much more. If I can get the things out from in here. There's no room for me fingers. Alright. So these ones you take them and you do a quick shuffle of them. And you will reveal the top 2. Then you shuffle these up. Each player gets 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And you have a pile over here with the bottom card here. Bang. These 2 are rules that are added to the game. You just see an overview here. When you play a card right, a player to your left draws a card. Whenever you play a Manga, look at the card in the hand of the player to your right, choose one and take it. So try and remember these 2 rules for the first round. And basically, you play down a pirate that matches. So you see how I have a mouse here, there's a mouse here, I can play this one. Woo! Then my opponent looks. And by the way, we have to start with 8 cards, not 4. And he can't play anything, so he draws up a card. And then pass the turn on to me. And I can't play anything. But basically it's like this, back and forth until one player have played all their cards. That player then draws up these 2 and looks at them. And then there's an additional rule. One is an additional rule. The other is a piece of the map that he has collected. Once you have 4 pieces of a map, you have completed this the map completely. I'm just gonna try and grab 3 random ones here, and you will see that there is an X in the middle. So you have found the treasure or whatever, and you have won the game. There is a variation, but this is definitely how you should play it. Bam! And that's the setup for that one. Very much similar to Uno. I don't mind. I do like a game of Uno. This one has the addition of a way to win besides that, but it sort of makes Uno longer, and it doesn't really have special abilities except the ones you place down. I'm a little bit off about the placing down of them, because the abilities, they can be difficult to keep track of, but I guess we haven't really played games where there's so many, so you're just confused, but you still end up forgetting some. But I think it's fine. I think it's an interesting idea that you can either choose parts of the map or an ability to come out you maybe want to use. Definitely try and remember all of them, that's the difficult part. But other than that, as I said, it's sort of a variation of, you know, Uno, getting rid of all your cards you can't play, you have to draw, which is fine. Like I like Uno in a it's just fine. So yeah. Components in here, I find the little map pieces are quite decent tiles actually. The cards are quite thin, quite poor quality, but I wouldn't expect any less from a game in this kind of box. It is from Yellow, so maybe I would have liked better cards, but any of that. The theme is your pirate chasing around. I mean, overall it doesn't make sense, but you can probably say it's pirates fighting to get the map. It makes sense, I guess. It's not something I feel very much to, but it's okay-ish. Does it lie to... where does that say? Alright, here, 2 to 6 players, 7 of 30 minutes. 2 to 6 players, sure. Maybe I would keep it at like 4, just because going a little bit higher than that, you will end up getting a lot of rules down. So maybe even going down to 3 would be my max. You will get a lot of rules down, forget most of them, and the game will go on for quite a long time. 30 minutes is very accurate if you go 2, 3, 4 players-ish. I would say 30 minutes, yeah. 5 or 6, you can easily hit 45, perhaps even going towards an hour. depending on how quick you have to play games and how many times you have to read those rules, because you might end up doing that a lot. 7-Up, I mean, they're quite fine as long as you explain the rules. Of course, there is working on there. It's a lot of text on some of them, so as long as you can explain the rules, they understand those. I can see this being in 7, 8, 9-ish years, sure. So my score for Piña Colada is going to be 5 out of 10. Absolutely neutral. I don't think it does anything that really brings it up, but it doesn't. It's not really bad. It's fine. It's an entertaining thing. If it stood to me, I might sell it, but my fiance, my girlfriend, wants to keep it, and this is hers. And we like have a rule of like you can veto games you can keep. So the last one, my favorite of these ones, Riverside. Alright, this is going to be a slightly longer setup time. I'm still going to do it as quickly as possible. Alright, now you can see these sheets we've already used, but you flip over and you can use them again. Always great. And just bring out all of the dice here. And your dice roller if you have one. Of course I have one. This is your one side, and this is your beginning and ending side, where the ship will indeed also go over here. Now the two with X's plus signs on them here, it's not X's, it's more plus signs, are not used unless in a particular situation. You'll simply just put them out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm pretty sure it's 5 across actually. Yes, it is. 5 across here, 5 long. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, bam. Now we're ready to start. Just put a captain token at one of the players. It's not very important, it's just a little bit important. A pencil for everyone. So you start off by rolling the green die and just simply placing it by the damn captain. And roll all the other die, and you'll sort of put them in order here. So 1, 3, and 2 4s. 3 would be the median, and the 2 4s would be removed over here. And this is the dice you have to choose from. They all correspond with a boat, you know, a pink boat, a yellow boat, and a white boat. You'll choose one of these, and it will cross out smileys on the boat. So if you choose this one, I can cross out 3 smileys. You can pay with heat, which is the symbol you have up here in the top corner. And these ones, you cross that out, and you can get either the green die here to add 3 to whatever you have, or either one of these two. So you would remove 4 heat for either these ones to then attach to the, you know, blue or brown boats up here to cross out smileys on them. If you completely fill out a row of smileys, you cross off the tickets. It's easy, I think you see it over here. Cross off a ticket over here, for example, this one, cross off a ticket, and you have bonus right here, add 2 yellows. Yes, if you cross off both the purple ones here, you'll get the bonus up here. Each of them have some sort of an ability. Get a plus on the tickets, no heat necessary, move 6. Anyways, once you've crossed all of that out, you then choose, well, of course, actually, I just forgot, the boat has to move 3. It moves the median, when the median was 3, so it moves 3. Now you choose a village. You have a space of 3 to move, so you can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You have 3 extra moves throughout the game to use up here. And again, you cross them out, you use them, you can move that one extra. Basically, you move to some place to score it. So let's say I had used the brown one here, crossed them out, crossed out this entire section. I would go 1, 2, 3 to get the brown one, because then it would be the number on the village here, which is there called, but the number up here, times how many tickets I have. That would be 10 points here. Now next time I score the brown, it has to be higher than 10. So it would be 11, for example, would be the lowest you could get, but I'm pretty sure that would be probably 15 for 3 that one. But it had to be higher, it had to be, but it only in the color, so I could score 8 on the yellow, for example. But basically you score that, and then you move on to the next round, re-roll this one, re-roll these, find the median. The colorful ones here at this end and at this end means every single one of your tickets times 1. So basically just all of how many tickets you have will be the number. Then at the end you put together, for each color, put together numbering your tickets. Each ticket has a number. This is 4, 4, 6, 8. That would be 10, 22. If you crossed all of them out, if you crossed off only the 4 and the 6, it would be 10, of course. Plus the number of villages you visited. The number you have there equals the how much is there. You get that total down here. You then add that total over here plus the amount of points you have for these two right over here. That would be your captain score. The highest captain score gets extra 15 points. The lowest captain score loses 15 points. And then you have the overall total. Highest points wins. Oh, I'm on fire. Riverside, the best of these games. It is a roll and write. That's what it's called. Riverside, moving this boat down, trying to visit some villages and getting some passengers on board, scoring points for it. It takes something like from Gogoro, where you score it once and then you have to score more afterwards, which is really good, and it makes you think, like looking at the layout, when do I want to score what do I want to focus on, and then you have the dice rolls where you can think, I want to really get that one. Oh, you rolled a 1. Fuck. With every boat having a specific ability you can unlock by filling out specific passenger rows, it does a lot of good things, honestly, in this roll and ride thing, it has a constant backup too. I don't think you go through a turn not really doing anything, not really scoring some points or getting ready for future turns, because it has so much backup to you. You can use heat to get a little bit extra of a score. You have a lot of that, honestly. I don't think I sit throughout it and think I've misused my heat or I haven't used my heat, that was stupid. Usually I use my heat and I've used it in a good way. Could I use it even better? Sure, maybe. You can sit and think that. So I think it does a lot of good. The movement is fine. You need to quickly wrap your head around the thing with finding a median. It's not overly obvious. At first I was like, so you add all the numbers together, find a median, everything. No, then it's like the middle dice thing, and it is a little bit confusing. I don't think the rulebook does a perfect job of actually telling you that specifically. But other than that, I really like this game actually. It is fun, we've played it multiple times, it's quick, it's great. I really like the gameplay of it. Components, you have pieces of paper and pencil, you can't really go wrong with those. The dice are nice, the colors are bang, you know exactly what dice do what. The boat is a nice little standy thing, it's actually cool. The board itself, how you put it together, I don't think it really locks in. I would imagine it to go Lego style, but it feels very loose and it doesn't really feel like it fits in with the corners. It feels almost rounded on the corners, you can really fit them together. That's a little bit of a downer for me, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. They have really good artwork on them. I think I forgot to talk about the other ones. Kokoro is boring artwork, Piña Pirata is very interesting artwork. And this one has very cozy artwork, I would say. I reviewed Parks recently, sort of in that style. It's very cozy, very nice artwork. This is a game to just have fun. You go quick, 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 and it's really awesome. The captain scoring at the end, I don't think I talked too much about that one. You add up the smallest amount from the boats and then the number from the rainbow villages to get that number. Whoever has the highest adds 15, whoever has the lowest subtracts 15. It's interesting. 15 is a lot of points. I don't think I would be interesting if my game could be that much decided by it. If it was a 5-point swing, I would be more inclined to like it, but it's definitely something that drags down because it is 15 points. That could really change the game, especially if you're going at a high play count. Theme? Traveling in a boat, I guess. I don't really know if this one has that much of a theme to it. You know, you're traveling in a boat, sure, but you get your scoring points. You're not visiting villages to pick up passengers, but to score points, you pick up passengers along the waterways. So the theme doesn't really shine through, but it is a very nice, like, board. When you put it together, it looks very nice. The boat just fits in, really awesome. I'm talking about components here. Anyways, does it lie to you? 10 and up, 1 to 6 players, about 20 minutes. So 10 and up, sure. I mean, it's the roll and ride. It's very simple. There's like no words. As long as I can tell you, it's no words, nothing like that. It's just colors and symbols, and that's very easy. Like when you just take the die and then you go, it should be easy enough, right? So definitely you can go a bit lower. It's a cozy game. You can just sit there and have fun with it. 1 to 6 players. I never play on 1 player. I don't think I need to say that. but it works really well as a 2-player or a quick match. I think 3, 4 you get still a fun match. 5 or 6 you might get a lot of hit-to-heads, and you need to make sure that everybody is in and you keep an order. Somebody should probably keep an order because there are a lot of players and that happens in a lot of things. You could easily get confused. But definitely, it's a game that works pretty well on 2 to 6 players, I would say. Again, I don't know anyone. 20 minutes is very adequate. I haven't gone 5 to 6, you know, so I don't know if that's going to add a lot of length. But we have played, I would say 20-25 minutes, maybe 30 in a slow game. But it's very easy, you move it along every time towards the ending, so it goes through smoothly. It's just about making decisions. And there isn't a lot of AP in this game, so it's a nice game. My overall score for it would be a 7 out of 10. It's a good game. There are a few things, 15 points is too many. The theme is disconnected, and the fact that you can really create a board where there's villages all the way down here but not over here, creating an end game where you basically score nothing, or just from the same color, that's pretty annoying, and you could end up scoring very little in the end game because you have left with no choices. So that's a little bit annoying, but you can circumnavigate that. So that's why it's here. I'm keeping it. I'm actually putting it up for sale right now on on Board Game Geek. I might have to remove that one actually. I wanna keep this one. I think. I don't know why I put it up on sale. I'm gonna remove that one. I'm gonna keep it. So that is 3 quick small box games here. I hope it didn't take too long this video, but it's 3 reviews all in one. I'm not gonna redo it, so I really hope that I'm in frame, but I think I managed to do that. If I fail to do that, that's just gonna be an ugly video. I don't give a shit, honestly. I need to record this quickly. There's a Tuesday's video. I don't know if I can make a video that will go up on Thursday. That's the problem I'm having right now. I don't know if I can manage to do that. We'll figure out. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time. Bye!